Lumen was born out of a bold vision, and that was to take communication, safety and wellness and deliver that in a product that was really easy for people to use.
There are many products out there on the market that help you and your residents. Duress systems, communications devices, entertainment and activities management. But there isn't one that has wrapped all of these up into one, providing a complete solution that gives you one tool and one system to control all of your communications, interaction, safety and building management with your residents.
With Lumen, the hardware, the operating system and the functions on the device work seamlessly to avoid confusion and make the information much easier to access. Lumen is a hub of communication, which includes phone calls, group video calls, messaging with managed replies for the village. It includes a shared calendar, activities and events, resident information and handbooks, as well as live events that can be broadcast to all residents at the same time.
The key reason we went with Lumen was the ability to deliver messages efficiently to our residents and understand them. You know, the old days of having to put a notice in their letterbox, hoping that residents had got it and then working back and forth. It's easy to do. We can do it from either village across both individual, or messages can come from head office.
For me, Lumen has been a communication hub which has allowed me to effectively communicate with all our residents. It allows me to identify who has received my message and who I still need to catch up with.
My favourite function is the internal messaging system. It's great because you don't have to wander around the apartment complex to contact other people.
I use it to keep in touch with my family in Scotland, in Spain, and anywhere else where they are. Of course, my family here as well. So it's very nice and very convenient for me. Chris keeps us in touch, which is the manager, to everything that's going on through the Lumen.
One of the ladies here had a birthday party. Photos were taken and they were loaded up onto Lumen and everyone could have a look at them.
I love my music and it has a choice of channels. Ordering food is the best thing. I can't think of anything against it. I can't think of anything it can't do to my benefit.
Lumen provides access to all sorts of information and services to promote the wellness of residents. That could be as simple as information or access to videos or content to promote wellness, right down to telehealth and doctor's appointments delivered directly on the screen from the convenience of their apartment.
The concierge tool on the Lumen community portal allows me to update events and announcements throughout our common areas as well as all residents directly to their apartments. It also allows me to update our meals and our menu throughout the week, as well as housekeeping services, doctors on site, podiatrists, laundry services.
Now, it's all great that we've built this smart device, but we also understand that many residents in your villages will have their own iPads and devices that they already use. That's why we've made the Lumen platform work not only on our own hardware, but we can bring all of the benefits of the entertainment, engagement and communications through onto apps that can be installed directly onto people's own devices.
Lumen also addresses duress or safety, including things like traditional pendants and buttons, but we can add sensors and other things that can adapt to the residents' needs over time.
The duress function on Lumen has been absolutely wonderful. A simple press of the button on the Lumen portal or on the resident's pendants and the emergency call system is activated immediately.
I have one in the bedroom and one in the kitchen. If anything happens, all I have to do is press the security and there's someone there.
Another failing of existing duress systems is their lack of visibility and reporting. In the modern age that we live in, with internet-connected devices all around us, it's simply not good enough that a life-critical system is not reporting its state and its health back to a central monitoring system.
With Lumen, we've found that as well as being a responsive emergency call system, which it does fine, as do many other competitors, what we're able to do is use more non-invasive techniques to look after our residents' welfare.
Lumen has allowed us to do a welfare check of all our residents without being invasive and knocking on doors. A lot of our residents will take the afternoon nap or just like to have their time alone, but through Lumen we can identify who is up and about, who is active within their apartments.
And that's been a time saver for our staff, especially during COVID, to access and check that everyone's okay every day. So look, at one to another, we're trying to bring forward, the old images of retirement villages and bring it forward into the new age, and Lumen's an extension of that in that, we do have the technological capacity to offer different features to people, and whether that is being able to monitor them remotely, check on them, message with them, emergency call, video calls. We had an opera singer here this week. We could have live streamed it to people's apartments if they liked, and that's been the advantages of Lumen, the fact that we can continue to evolve and offer more services to people.
As well as communication and safety, the Lumen Smart Hub can also connect with Smart Home. This means it can interact with lighting, air conditioning systems, blinds, all the things that you would expect from a modern home now or in the future.
Being a wireless-based technology, it's very easy to retrofit these systems into existing villages and environments, regardless of what you may have in place already. So you can start to leverage some of those benefits of smart home technology. You can bring in smart lighting, you can bring in more sophisticated duress, and you can bring in environmental controls to manage power, fire.
We've just completed a project with Lumen to integrate our fire panel into the Lumen screen in our apartments, which in the case of a fire alarm, as well as sounding an alert, evacuation plans will appear on the screen, which I'm sure none of our residents can normally remember where to go. And we think this is a really good feature. Lumen also allows us to access other building management technologies such as the intercom system and access control.
I've seen many different systems similar to Lumen, and to me Lumen by far stands out from the rest. The smart technology, the ability to update, the support team around it, I would not have any hesitation in installing Lumen in my community.
The Lumen team has spent the last 5 years refining and developing our custom hardware. The end result? We've created a specialist device that is flexible, adaptable and future-proofed, ideally suited to the modern aged care environment. Not only does it perform all the critical features of duress and communication and engagement, it also looks beautiful. It's the sort of device that your residents want to have in their apartments.
So in a nutshell, Lumen can replace 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of equipment, which makes it cheaper to install, much easier to use, and can adapt over time to the needs of the organisation.